I don't know how many times I have to say it. We are not your children's keepers. You are.
This is an Indianapolis shooting. So 7 people were shot and 2 people were killed in downtown for the gunfire. So let's jump right into that.
Breaking news, 2 people were killed in a shooting that injured at least 7 in Indianapolis, Indiana, early this morning. Officers responded to the intersection of West Market Street and North Illinois Street around 1:30 a.m. And you're taking a look at some of that footage there that we do have coming in here. Several roads were closed in the downtown area as officers probed the scene. Drivers and pedestrians are urged to avoid this area right now. No information on a potential suspect or what led to the shooting has been released as of this morning. The conditions of the surviving victims, that's also still unknown at this time. However, what we do have to share with you is a press conference about 12 minutes in length here from officials. Let's listen in.
My name is Tanya Terry, and I'm the Deputy Chief of Operations for NPD. As always, this information I'm about to share with you is preliminary and subject to change. Before I get to the incident, let me say that my thoughts.
Now, if you can't hear, I'll when I'm releasing all these videos and break them down, I'll increase the volume so we can. So if I can't hear them while I'm doing these videos, we'll see.
Are with everyone that was impacted by this incidents of violence out here tonight, including the victims, their families, and the first responders that were managing this chaotic scene and rendering aid. Here's what we know so far. At approximately 1:27 a.m., officers were investigating a disturbance at Washington and Meridian Street. They were notified of another disturbance down the street at Illinois and Washington Street. As officers were approaching that second disturbance, they heard shots fired, and as they arrived on the scene, they encountered several people suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Officers and IEMS medics who were embedded with our officers immediately began rendering aid to the victims that they were encountering. They also called for several additional ambulances. In total, we had 5 victims transported away from the scene to area hospitals for treatment. The 6th victim was pronounced dead on the scene. The 7th victim walked into an area hospital and is in stable condition. 3 of those victims are juveniles and 3 are adults.
Why are they talking so much? You can't even barely hear it. But basically, it sounded like they got calls around 1 a.m. To do 2 different locations right down the street from each other. And when they arrived on scene, they had 2 dead bodies and 5 other people who needed to go to the hospital.
We do not know the identity or the age of the victim that was pronounced dead at the scene. The victim who died at the hospital was a juvenile. We have also recovered several firearms at the scene. We do not yet know whether those firearms were involved in this incident. Our detectives will work to determine that. And we have multiple people, about 7 people detained for further investigation. We also don't know their involvement at this point in time. The investigation is early. I think that's the very brief facts that we have at this time. At this point, I'll turn it over to Chief Bailey.
Chris Bailey, Chief of Police for the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department. I'll just add on a little bit to what she said about our thoughts and prayers for the victims here tonight, their families, and the long road ahead for all of them as we try to uncover exactly what and why this all happened tonight. This kind of violence, whether downtown or any of our neighborhoods, is completely unacceptable and unnecessary.
Like I said before, I've said this during this whole section of this podcast. Why does 4th of July bring so much violence? I don't understand.
Unnecessary. Thousands of people came downtown tonight, enjoyed the fireworks, and went home. Thousands more chose to come down here and all night cause trouble.
Did he say thousands more? So thousands of people came to enjoy the fireworks. And then 1,000 people either stayed or came to wreak havoc. And late at night. That is crazy.
I was down here until about 12:30 tonight. I worked with my officers, took the runs with them, dealt with the disturbances, dealt with the utter disrespect for our city, for our laws, and for law enforcement. Hundreds of unsupervised kids down here. I don't know how many times I have to say it. We are not your children's keepers. You are.
100% correct. The police are not there to watch over the kids who the parents can't control. They are not there to watch your kids. You need to know where your kids are at all times. But some people don't care about that.
And parents and guardians have got to step up. A kid is dead tonight. And we just don't know the age of the young man down the street. Still here, dead. He looks young. It's unacceptable. The police department all night long went from place to place to place, trying to prevent these kind of things. And I gotta be honest, I'm tired of it. You should be tired of it. This is not our job to do this. It is unnecessary. You don't have to act like this. Our officers half a block away from me before this shooting started, dealing with another group of individuals fighting. We made almost, probably, we're still tallying them, about 20 arrests tonight. Recovered guns that I know of before this happened from 2 kids. One of them was an assault rifle stuffed in the front of his pants. I'm not sure anymore what it's going to take for some in our community to wake up. I've said it. This is where the kids are. This is where they are on Friday and Saturday nights. If you want to engage them, if you want to help them, you want to prevent some of this violence, this is where they are. Here, they're here. Come down. I invite all of those who think that I'm exaggerating this or that I'm saying just because it's downtown. No, nowhere else in the city is this concentration of people in one small area, less than a half a mile. Come down and see for yourself. You don't have to take my word for it. You can see them being dropped off by their parents. 5 or 6 at a time out of it.
Nah, man. That is absolutely crazy. Why? There's nothing good going on that late at night to where your kids need to be outside. When they get older, they can do what they want to because you can't really control them. Well, you can't. After you're an adult, you have to make your own decisions. All you can do is lead them while they're young and guide them and mold them and distill values in them that you feel like is the best to make them a great adult, a good person. But dropping your kid off late at night downtown because, I'm trying to hang out with my friends. Why are you? No, there's no need to. Yeah, come, y'all bring them to the house and then y'all sit down, play some games, play some video games. There's no need to be out that late at night. Stuff always happens late at night. Guns, getting shot. Nah, there's no need to do that. Stay in the house where you can be protected and safe. Y'all can order some pizza and
The car. You can see them jump out of Ubers and Lyfts. You can see them jumping off the buses that they ride down, that they miss and then linger around downtown. Heck, look to your left. You're still going to see some people that probably shouldn't be out here right now lingering. not going to bars, not going to restaurants, didn't come down here to see the fireworks, shooting fireworks off at our community from the top of parking garages.
That is crazy.
Unnecessary. Questions?
Is it going to take other city departments to step up?
Now, see, we can keep going back to what's the government going to do? What's the city going to do? The city's invested in this. Millions of dollars the city, taxpayers pay for police overtime to staff this 1 square mile area there was a couple hundred cops down here between state police and Capitol Police and IMPD and other police department agencies. Yes, we're going to keep doing our job. The city of Indianapolis, government, the police department is going to continue to do our job. We're not going to solve this. Not just by the police.
He's absolutely right. He can't. They're out there every single day. You can say more police presence, yes. You can say that more federal agents or government assistance to help stop. But at the end of the day, it's the kids and the parents who are causing the problem. If the parents don't care about what their child is doing, then they're going to be doing things they're not supposed to. They're shooting fireworks off at people from the top of parking garages. That is absolutely crazy. But yeah, I don't know. You got the parents. It's not all the police that can do it. The parents and the people, the guardians have to step up and do something. They can't just rely on the police.
20 arrests tonight.
Mainly you're a dad.
Yeah.
What would you say to those parents out there?
I don't understand. I know where my kids are at all times. So maybe that's, maybe I shouldn't be that way. 16-year-old daughter. I cannot imagine letting her roam around down here tonight like she was, like the kids were. Unattended, unsupervised. Nothing to do. Some of these individuals that were shot could have been very well not engaged in any kind of disturbance whatsoever.
Look! You saw how fast he turned? He got to keep his 6 all time. Let's back that up just a tad bit.
Any kind of disturbance whatsoever, but it just caught up.
You look back so quick.
Nearly down here, enjoying ice cream, or maybe they were down here for the fireworks, or wanted to see what's going on.
Got to keep your head on a swivel.
Whatever's happening, but look, nothing good happens after midnight. Some of these kids should not have been out here. Period. They missed the bus going back. Was some of the stories that we heard. One of our officers prevented 2 young girls from getting into a stranger's car because they missed the bus to go back home. Wait, you have no ability to call your parents? Your parents wouldn't come pick you up if you missed the bus? There is a problem.
Now that is crazy. He said 2 young girls. They stopped 2 young girls from getting into a car with a stranger because they missed the bus. Like he said, where's your parents? If I don't care how late it is, and if I found out that my daughter, because she wouldn't be out that late, if I had a daughter, she wouldn't be out that late at night. Especially, she wouldn't be out that late at night. But if I found out she, for some reason, snuck out, which we'll deal with that later, but I don't care how much trouble you think you're going to get in, call me. Call me. I don't care how late it is. My phone I'm going to be up. Where are you at? I see a phone call from my daughter. Where are you at? Dad, I snuck out and I don't have a ride. Stay right there. Matter of fact, go to a hospital. Find the nearest hospital. If there's one close by, stay where you are. I'm on the road immediately. On the road immediately. Have protection on me just in case something crazy goes down. And I'm going to get my daughter or my son. It can be son too. My son. I'm going to get them and bringing them back home. And in the morning, they're grounded. Their phone is taken. They might only have a bed in their house, bed in their room. I don't know what's going to happen. But they are going to understand that they can't do that.
There is a problem. It's not going to be solved by the police. It's our job to try to keep people safe, and they did it tonight. I watched it with my own eyes. I helped do some of it. They did all the work. They ran toward the gunfire down here as they were working another fight. They're all in. They're all in. So when I hear people say, oh, we're just worried about minor things in downtown Indianapolis. No, minor things turn into big things. The amount of guns.
Nowadays, one minor fight that you don't think is worth anything can lead to gunfire and people dying. Scared. I don't know if it's the world that's getting scarier or people and kids are not caring about life, not caring about death. It's crazy to me.
Guns that I saw tonight on people roaming around here with nothing else to do. Can't do anything about it. Unless you're a kid, there's nothing, unless you're doing something with the gun or doing something illegal. We can't go up and ask you what you're doing with the gun. That turns into bad things, especially when there's fights or when there's alcohol or there's weed induced.
So can you confirm it was one juvenile and then one adult dead?
We know for sure that there is one dead kid. The other one, the other dead individual, we're still. There's been nothing that occurred to make it kind of positive right now. I guarantee you, we're gonna share everything over the next day or so. All the arrests, what they were for. We're gonna give you pictures of the guns that we took from these kids, and we'll share more details about what happened here. And this could have very well happened in any neighborhood. But this is where the kids were, and I've told you this is where the kids were. This is where the kids are. I've told everyone this.
Message tonight.
That is absolutely insane. Now, that makes me think of all the people who always talk about defunding the police. Like, yes, there are some bad police officers, just like there's bad people in any kind of profession. But the police play such a vital role in protecting our lives and our children's lives, our families' lives. I can't see how anyone talks about defunding the police. Right. Yes, there should be more training and more psychological deep dive into their mind, but they are here to protect us. And if something goes wrong, I don't care. I'm a law-abiding citizen. If something goes wrong, you know what I'm gonna do? Or if something happens, I'm gonna call the police. If someone breaks into my house after I defend myself, the first thing I'm doing is calling the police and telling them to please come to my house and help me. I just had to defend myself against a criminal, and he needs to be in jail. But that is absolutely all right, everybody. Remember, this is AC Reviews the Word. Remember to like and subscribe.